We're often asked how B2B case studies actually connect with customers. Relying on case studies alone can feel limiting, and that over-reliance leads to missed opportunities and fragmented messaging. The real lever, though, is turning product write-ups into buyer-centered stories. Many B2B leaders believe that case studies do the entire job of selling the organization and that customers will just connect with them. In fact, in a recent client conversation, I decided to test that belief with a simple question. I asked, when a prospect reads this, do they see themselves or just your product? The room paused, heads nodded, and they realized that they had a list of claims, not a human-centric journey that a B2B buyer could connect with. In practice, addressing the belief that case studies are enough matters especially during moments of change and transformation. The risks and challenges usually fall into three areas. The first is customer impact. Customers don't always recognize themselves in your material. They may see your product, but not their context or their pressures in their organization. The second area is your organizational impact. Sales and marketing teams can tell different versions of the same story, so content is harder to use. This creates internal friction. The third area is reputational impact. For many organizations that follow this approach, you may look transactional and not trusted. They interview customers for decisions, trade-offs, and emotion to really capture their essence. The second is in their perspective. They sequence stories to the buying journey, using early stories to build belief and using later stories to evidence outcomes and adoption. They also retire stories that no longer fit the segment. And the third area is in the way that they align their brand to business strategy. They're able to tie each story to their positioning, promise, and commercial goals. This makes outcomes feel tangible, like time to value and reduce risk, so they're able to decide where stories influence both new business, price, and expansion. To close, here are three questions worth taking back to your leadership team. The first, how do teams talk about customers, product first or outcome first? Second, where do stories live and who owns them? And third, which outcomes should your customer stories reinforce?